Firstfruits Day 29. One thing that can change the rest of your life. Brethren, I do not regard myself as having laid hold of it yet, but one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and reaching forward to what lies ahead, I press on toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus. Philippians 3:13 and 14. Reflection. Paul says that he intentionally forgets what has happened in the past, and he would have had a lot in his past to forget about. He had his self righteous past and even murderous past before Christ. He had ministry successes and failures, hunger and loneliness. He was misunderstood and mistreated and unsupported. He had opportunities for bitterness, temptations to quit, and the list goes on. Maybe that sounds similar to your life too. But through it all, the thing that sustained Paul was his focus. His focus was on what God had called him to do. He even admitted he hadn't achieved it yet, but he kept pressing toward that upward call of God in Christ Jesus. The one thing that can change your life is what you are focused on. Are you focused on your past successes and failures with no vision for the future? Have you lost sight of who you are in Christ? Are you focused on all the whys you can't make it work? Or are you focusing on all the whys you want to make it work? Whatever you focus on, you will empower. Proverbs 23:7 says, "What a man thinks within his heart, that's what he is." What are you thinking about? What are you empowering in your life? Are you empowering doubt and unbelief? Or are you empowering the grace and faith of God in you that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you? We've shared before that it takes about 21 days to change a habit. Why not take the next day or two to decide what you need to change your focus on, and then take a step toward it this week? Consider these questions. What is God calling you to do? What is a desire on your heart? What is one thing you want to change in your life? What is one new habit you want to start to work toward that calling and desire? Once you've chosen what you want to aim toward, begin making one change toward it for the next 21 days. Choose something you can do consistently every day for that time frame. Maybe in order to be the worldwide evangelist God has called you to be, you need to get into physical shape by changing your diet or your lifestyle. What is one thing you could consistently change and do or not do every day? Maybe to be the preacher of the world of the word that you want to be, you have to be consistent in your time reading and studying the Bible. Can you find 20 minutes or more each day to consistently apply yourself to reading and studying the Word? Maybe to be the encouraging friend, parent, coach, or mentor God has called you to be, you need to drop a negative habit. What can you do to start changing that negative habit to something good that produces life and blessing? Starting with a small change toward your big vision will encourage you more than you think. You will gain more consistency, more focus, and more success in achieving your desires. One other tip, write it down. Once you've decided on the one small change you're going to make in the next 21 days, write it down. Write it down and keep it somewhere that you will see it throughout the day. Maybe make it a screensaver on your phone or computer, or tape it to somewhere you will see it throughout the day. As Nellie shared in the previous devotion, do not despise small beginnings. The little changes you make now will prepare you and open up the bigger opportunities in the near future. Let's decree. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I forget the successes and failures of what is behind me, and I reach toward what God has ahead for me. I write the vision and I make it plain, and easy to focus on so I can run easily toward it. I cast down every voice of doubt and discouragement and focus on God's truth about me. Excitement is stirring within me as I remind myself that all things are possible with God. I encourage myself with daily successes. Small beginnings are the stepping stones in my glorious future in what God has called me to. Every day I press on, closer to achieving the goal of the upward call of God. Well, small changes make big results. So I bless you into your um, next 21 days where you make a decision on what you can change, what you can add, what you can do for 21 days to develop a good habit towards something that God has called you to be or to do. Well, God bless you. Thank you for joining us.